Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Counselor to the President, Alina Habba.
Hi. Thanks, Marissa. Where's Marissa? I've lost her. There she is in the back chatting. Marissa, thank you. I like your jacket. I think I've seen that somewhere before. I should have worn my jacket and wrapped it around here like I did at the Madison Square Garden thing, but I have this speech, but now I'm compelled to kind of go off of it. First of all, Marissa's right. I met her in Los Angeles a little while ago when we did the story of you, and I went through this whole thing and got familiar with education's relevance when I had children. I think that as a child yourself, you kind of take for granted what your parents tell you, teach you, all the tuition that they pay. As my father used to say, who's here today, every year I take a Mercedes-Benz and I throw it off a cliff for your education. It worked out okay, Dad. But I think that that's unfortunately the feeling for a lot of parents. And I am the mother of two of my own and a stepson, all ages from 9 to 17. And I've seen firsthand what they've done in the last administration, the deterioration of our education. I have friends that have children with special needs. I have children who need extra help. I have all of it. And I've seen all of it. And as a mom, I will tell you the scariest thing that I saw that really made me feel vindicated and important when we won and feeling empowered was what the FBI did to parents that wanted to control what their children did, saw, read, and having boys in women's bathrooms, et cetera, et cetera. And I could regurgitate great President Trump's sentiments on that, but I think we all know them and we obviously all agree with them because we won. Well, it's an honor to be here with you. This weekend is honestly more than just an inauguration. It marks the beginning of a renewed promise to America. We're going to shake things up. I'm so honored to be with President Trump on this journey, as I have been. And part of that is going to be education. I want to speak today about a question that I've been asked many times recently, which is just, what is the single most pragmatic change that I think should be made to American education? My answer is simple. We must teach truth and give parents the power to hold the system accountable. With that said, you cannot have parents be fearful. I always say the opposite of fear is faith. I think because of what the Department of Justice has done to some parents, which has been just put on such a platform with left-wing liberal media, fake news, is a fear-mongering. And that has been a constant theme in this country. And we can never be afraid of caring about our children's education. We can never be afraid of speaking up for what is right and what is moral. I know that PragerU is not just about education, but also Judeo-Christian values. I am obviously a Catholic. My religion is important to me, and it is my moral compass. And there is no person that wouldn't be here today putting money behind what they're doing, which is a great cause, if they didn't care about the value of morals. And morals are lost currently in this country, in my opinion. There's been a deterioration of it. And we have to start with that. But unfortunately, that starts at home. And some homes are broken. Again, as we heard earlier, you know, if you don't have faith and you don't have a moral compass, what do you have? But we have to start there in our homes. And I'm sure all of your children have strong moral compasses, but it's bigger than that. So it is the foundation of our nature's future. I truly believe that. It's not only about our children, but it's about their values, their courage, and their belief in what is possible, what they can do in their future. If I was not raised with a strong moral compass, and if I was not raised with confidence, something a lot of children lack today, then I would not be standing here today. So I want to thank my parents who are here today for guiding me, for giving me strength, and giving me, most importantly, confidence. My father always said, the cream always rises to the top. So thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. So the first important step, I believe, is transparency. and accountability with education. I speak a lot about accountability in the Department of Justice and the FBI when we get in, and I will say that I think education is equally important, and we have to do the same thing. We cannot have corruption. We cannot have people infiltrating their poisonous ideals onto our children, into our education system. And we have to do a lot like what we're going to do in many other agencies, starting just tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I can't wait. So let's bring back rigorous academics, math, civics, history. Let's teach the actual history that happened in America, not the modified history where they take down statues and they try and forget the past, because the past is why we are where we are now. You cannot erase it, you cannot amend it. It is incredibly important that we teach our children the good, the bad, the ugly, and the lessons that came out of our history, but the accurate history. This is not a movie to be edited. And it saddens me that I have many people that come up to me and tell me they're in law school or they want to be a lawyer, and all I tell them is this: pay attention to your con law class. The Constitution is the Constitution. And something I've seen about among my peers, among children that want to be lawyers, girls that come up to me, boys that come up to me and say, oh, you've inspired me, I want to go to law school, is don't forget our founding fathers. Those basic things have been forgotten. My best friend, who's also here, she walks around with the Constitution in her purse. It's not surprising, she's my best friend. But she's not a lawyer, but she's a patriot. And she loves this country, and she loves what it was made on, and the cloth of it, and her children know about it. And that is forgotten. As we bring transparency to the curriculum, we must also restore the accountability, and that means school choice as well. Every family, no matter what income, what zip code, no matter where you are, you should be able to choose a school that aligns with what you want for your children. And if public schools are not delivering on that, then they should have options and freedom to seek better options. Charter schools, private schools, homeschooling. I'm a part of a program and a board of a charity that donates so that children can get out of low-income homes and go to Catholic private schools. But we don't give those children free tuition. We give them half. And we make the parents from these low-income families earn half. And they're in it with us. Because if it doesn't start at home, like I said, then it will be lost. So we will make it better. And let me be clear, this is not just a public priority. It's a moral imperative. We owe it to our children to prepare them to thrive in a free society, to teach them how to think, not what to think, to give them the skills to solve real-world problems and the courage, like my parents did, to stand with conviction. When we do this, we empower parents. When we teach truth and when we prioritize excellence over agenda, we will see ripple effects in every single corner of our society and in all sorts of communities. We will be stronger, a more capable workforce, and a more united America. This opportunity to make these changes is now here. It is here. And the time is now. This administration is committed to restoring accountability and transparency, and I could not be more hopeful that this will mean for our children, for their children, and for the years to come. So as we look into the future, let us remember that the single most important step we take for America's generation and the next generation and the one after that is to reclaim our schools. Let's put parents back in the driver's seat. Let's teach our children how to be good people, how to be kind, how to care, how to have tolerance, and how to be confident. Because these children that I see that are lost in the news, unfortunately, doing horrific things, are misguided. They're just innocent children, but they've been poisoned by a culture that no longer has moral compasses. So now, tomorrow at noon, I look forward to saving this great nation. The future is bright for our children, for our communities, and for us all. God bless you. Thank you for having me, and God bless America. Thank you.